Today I want to talk a little bit about an indigenous concept known as spiritual harvesting, or taking the soul of a tree in healing ceremonies. And I actually learned about this when I traveled to Japan in 2023, and I actually did a documentary where I interviewed Ainu people. It's on YouTube. If you go to Incendiary Balloons Media on YouTube or incendiaryballoons.com and search Ainu, AINU. The Ainu people are an indigenous group. The Ainu people are an indigenous group in Japan, and they, currently are facing a lot of discrimination that a lot of indigenous groups are facing globally, just as a result of, imperialism and colonialism and so many other things. But today I just want to talk a little bit about a really unique tradition that the Ainu people used to follow, and is a big part of their history. So there's a lot of really extraordinary practice in the sort of Ainu medical ritual standpoint, right? And this one specifically is the practice of when a mother could not produce breast milk, a healing ritual would involve going into the mountain to invite the spirit. So this would be the spirit of a white birch tree known as Ramat to assist. And they used a prayer stick of offering chants to the spirit. So Ainu healers, who sometimes were male elders or women shamans, would perform kamoinami, which is essentially what's known as prayer to spirits. And again, you guys will learn more about this when you watch the full documentary, but they will perform kamoinami, which is a prayer to spirits, and offerings before preparing herbal medicines. But the key was that the life force, also known as Ramat, of medicinal plants or objects was, thought to be what cured illnesses. And they didn't just use birch trees. They would also use things like dried worms or blood or stones, like example, tiger eye stones within a ritual frame. So these are practices where healing is not just, a mechanical plant equals cure, but more of a ritual. So tree spirit, animal spirit, kiboi equals cure. And I just thought that was very interesting how different indigenous people over the globe, specifically indigenous cultures, I'll just talk about the Ainu specifically, were not ruled by patriarchy. They were ruled by matriarchy and more of like an even playing ground. So essentially, to wrap it all up, I just wanted to point out what I learned from the Ainu woman and the Ainu elder that I spoke with, because I do find through my research I've found